In this world we're living in now, you're gonna have to accept people would rather be jealous on you, of you, hate on you, than to just be happy for you. You can't convince anyone that, hey, I'm doing a great job, acknowledge me, because if they're not in that position that you are in, or should I say, in a better position than you are in anything that they want to be in, they would rather just not congratulate you. We live in an era now where it's all about me, 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 me. And a lot of people that you come across will fail to realize that everything that we're doing and what we're trying to get into, it's going to be different than what you want to get into. And the crazy part is that, let's say if you want to get into something, and because they're into something in specific, they will tell you, hey, get into what I'm doing because it's better. And fail to realize, because you say it's better because you're doing it and you're enjoying it for whatever reason that you have. But them not realizing that, hey, what you're doing is because I want to do it, I love it, and fail to realize that, hey, we have two different avenues in life, and the only thing that we can do for each other is be happy and push each other and motivate each other. In today's generation, that's absolutely the opposite of what we should supposed to be doing. But before I get more into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about people, most people would rather be jealous of you than to celebrate you and be happy for you. Let's talk about it. Listen, y'all. Like I said, we live in a generation now where a lot of times it's like most of the people that you're going to come across, and I just said it, they'd rather just hate on you. They'd rather just hate on you. Like, you could be chilling, mind your own business, and it's crazy because never in my life when I was younger, a lot younger, I would think that, we'll have people that would just look at you and just ill you. And it's crazy because it'd be like the ones that's older, it'll be the ones that's, the younger generation. I don't even blame them because they still got a lot to learn. And what I mean is, like, teenager in your early 20s, whatever reason, whatever you are. I'm not talking about you. It's to the point where you'll have someone that's old enough to be your grandmother, your grandfather, right? And instead of them pouring into you, you hear that, and then speaking life into you, they would rather tell you and talk down on you because they didn't make it in life. They wasn't happy in their life, and they'd rather tell you and hate on you and tell you what you're doing is not good. It's crazy because I'm a person, right, that if I see you and you're doing something, I'd rather congratulate you because I'm a big believer in, okay, if my friends are doing it, that's motivation for me to do what I have to do and push me. Because, listen, you are who you're around. You are the 5 people you're around. That's what they say, right? But for me personally, I'd rather, especially in these times, if somebody's just hating and they don't want to see me do good, I could do bad by myself. And that's why I'm doing this video. Be careful with people who would rather just see you fail. Be careful with people who you hit up and you got goals and dreams and all they're doing is just talking about themselves. And you pour into them, but when it's the same in return, you don't hear from them. It was one time. I was telling someone in specific what I was getting into, and when that time it happened, and when I accomplished it, and I told them I did it, and it was their reaction. I was like, "Yo, guess what would you do?" Yeah, yeah. And I said, "I did it." No. Yeah, yeah, I did it. No, for real? Dang. Oh wow. You think you're gonna get a second chance? And that's the thing about people, and especially in this world, they would rather make sure that you fail than for you to be successful. And this happened like a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago. No, I said a few years ago, yeah. And that was an eye opener right there. Because they're not doing it. And for example, they are going through whatever things that they're going through. And they'll call you to make sure that you fail. It was a situation I remember some time ago when I was in high school. And it was this one person. I went to the prom. This person didn't go to the prom, or should I say they couldn't get a date. Yo, I remember when I was telling them I was going and I was setting it up. This person decided to create some type of problem they had with me, and this person just completely ignored me. And mind you, this is when it was a big eye opener, and I heard it too, because it was like, dang, this person was supposed to be my friend. And you know what's funny thing is, you're gonna have people in your circle, and what I mean in your circle, you're gonna have relatives who, who's gonna keep it real with you, who's gonna tell you certain things that you don't even want to hear, and they'll tell you like, yo, that person ain't your friend. That person ain't real with you. That person ain't happy for you. Be careful with that person. They'll give you messages and letting you know that, yo, this person is not really your friend. And they'll pick up on things. And a lot of times we get these messages. We get people in our lives that will tell us certain things. We'll ignore them. And this is why I was telling you, they'll rather hate on you than be happy for you. And at the same time, for these type of people, you know, it's just crazy. It's just like a lot of times they'll show you signs and give you messages and letting you know that, yo, I don't like you. You can't do it for whatever reason. That same friend I was chopping it up with, I remember it was the same situation. My mom actually eavesdropped and heard the conversation at the time. And I wanted to get into some type of internship. And mind you, we were just talking and everything. And this is the same person who actually hooked me up with the person to get the internship. And I can remember the same person that he hooked me up with was telling me, okay, get into this program, do this, do that. And that same person who hooked me up couldn't believe I was actually doing it. And I told him, yeah, I completed it. And then now that I have the opportunity to almost get the job or whatever opportunity I was getting, here go the same person was trying to discourage me from going forward with it. And he kept saying, you sure you want to do it? You sure this and sure that? And then when I didn't get the job or whatever, that person was like, oh, dang, smiling their face and everything. And that's where you have to be careful. That's where you have to be careful, because a lot of people will show you that they would rather be jealous than be happy for you. And don't ever sit there and try to expect it from them, because all they're going to do is want to make sure that you're down and they can be better than you. Or they just want to make sure that you fail just so they can look at you and laugh at you. And that's why you have to be careful. So this video resonate with you? I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.